Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin if you're new here. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial using all of my favorite products, drugstore and prestige products. So I will be telling you guys about each of the products, and I'll link them down below for the ones that I can find the link. But I will be doing a makeup look for you guys and probably a hair tutorial in the next video, if not in this video, just to kind of show you guys the tips and tricks that I know and to fill you in on all of the tips and tricks that I know. So on that note, let's get to it. Alright, so today's video is going to be a hair tutorial and a makeup tutorial. I've never done one of these, so bear with me. It's the first one, but first things first, I'm going to tie my hair back in a low ponytail to keep it out of my face. And no, this is not one of the hairstyles I like to do. This is just the one that I do when it comes time to put my makeup on. It's just very simple, low pony. Nothing that interesting about it. Anybody who's wondering, this shirt is from Pink. It was like $8.99 on sale. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. And like I said in my last video, don't mind the stuff in the corner. Our dryer broke 3 days ago at this point, and we're getting a new one delivered in 2 days on Saturday. Today is currently Thursday, and it is 3:20. I was just reading a text from my best friend. I'm actually reconnecting with her because we kind of lost contact for a little bit, and I'm super excited about it, and it's the perfect time to reconnect with people. But yeah, so now that my hair is tied back, I'm going to jump right in. The first product I'm going to use is the NYX Pore Filler Primer, and oops, I almost just dropped it. The thing that I love about it is don't mind my nails either. Everybody knows that the nail salons are closed, so I've been relying on myself to paint my own nails, but they're chipping constantly, so I've had to constantly paint my nails, and it just gets tiring. So at this point, I'm just like, whatever. You guys are just hopefully here for positivity in the video, so I'm not worried about my nails. And yeah, but it is like an orange consistency, and it goes on very smooth, like it just blends right into the skin. I put this all over my face, but I tend to focus on my T-zone just because those are the spots that are most oily, so I feel as they need the most primer. I also put it on my eyelids because I want my eyeshadow to stay in place. Yeah, so I'm just gonna finish putting this on. And yeah, so again, that was the NYX Pore Filler Primer. I will link all of these products down below. And I do my makeup like backwards, I guess, a little bit, starting out backwards anyways. I do my foundation before my eyebrows. I don't know why. I've always done that. I just find it's easier to clean up your eyebrows with the either foundation or concealer that you use. So it's just something that I've always done. I like to take my Morphe sponge. It's dirty because I do my makeup a lot. And the foundation that I use is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I would buy and have bought expensive foundations, but why buy super expensive foundations when you can buy a foundation that is literally $12 and works just as well? And it has a brush applicator just like this. So what I do is I kind of just draw lines across my face. And disclaimer, I am no esthetician or makeup artist. I just do makeup for fun. I have a makeup page on Instagram, which I always link down below, and I will link it for you guys. So if you want to, you can go follow that account and support me there as well. Yeah, I kind of just put the foundation everywhere. I usually laugh when I see myself because it reminds me of, like, I don't know, like something like some tribe, like tribal print or something like that. But then I take the beauty blender and I dab the foundation into my skin, and I find that with the NYX primer, it allows the foundation to stick better to my skin and last a lot longer than it did when I used other primers. Another primer that I really like, I can't think of the name right now, but I will think of it eventually and I will tell you guys. But it's the Milani one, and it's one for dewy and oily skin, and I got it because in the summer my skin is super oily and I hate the look, for me at least, when I look in the mirror and see that my nose and like T-zone is all like oily and stuff. It just really bothers me. So I usually bring blotting pads or my powder around with me to avoid that at all costs. I literally hate the sound of the beauty blender when it's like blending the foundation into your skin. It's gross. I don't like it at all. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't like it. Anyways, I hope you guys are staying healthy during this quarantine, and I hope you guys are staying inside. The cases are just multiplying day by day, and it's super scary, and it's really sad seeing all the posts about my friends' families and stuff bringing groceries to their grandparents' houses because they don't want them leaving the house. It's just like a really scary time right now, and I feel like it's just like a good time for everybody to kind of stick together and be positive and support one another. And that's what I'm here to do on this channel. I don't want any negativity. I'm just here to give you guys my honest opinion about the products I use and the things that I share with you guys on my channel. Like I said, I am no esthetician. I just do makeup for fun. I've been doing makeup for almost 6 years at this point. I've been doing makeup since I was 13, and I'm almost 19. I'll be 19 in 3 months. My birthday is July 27th. I was born in 2001, so I'm 18 right now. Most of my friends are older than me and are already 19, but whatever. My heart honestly goes out to all of the seniors and the juniors this year, because proms are being canceled for juniors and graduations are being talked about not being held, and just like it's their last year of high school with their friends and their last years to be around their teachers that they've been around for 4 years at this point. I know that if I was in their shoes, I would be heartbroken right now because it's just devastating. I'm just going to take a makeup wipe real quick and wipe up my lips because that's going to bother me. And my makeup desk is white, so I have to be careful with like any products I get on it, and if I, do get anything on it, I have to wipe it up immediately or else it's gonna stain and defeats the purpose of me even painting it at all. I hate when you like try to wipe it off and then you like wipe off like around your lip, so you have to go back and touch it up and defeat the purpose all over again. Alright, and then for powder, I just use the Fit Me Cosmetics in the Fair Light shade. It's the loose finishing powder. I use a lot of drugstore products, but I also use a lot of prestige products as well. My brushes I'm going to be using to apply the powder is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, and it is the foundation brush, the JH03. And that is what I use for my forehead, my cheeks, but for my nose, I take the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH07. It's a skinnier brush, and I apply the powder to my nose and my T-zone area because I feel like the powder is picked up best for those spots on this brush. So I'm going to take my brush, and I always put a little bit in the lid because I find that it's easier for me to kind of just tap it off so I'm not losing out on a lot of product. I just kind of tap it into my skin versus like brushing it in, because I feel like if you do the tap or the blotting technique, I feel like the product stays on the brush way better and it actually does what it's supposed to do, which is set the foundation. I hope I'm doing a good job. This is the first tutorial I've ever done, so I'm just kind of winging it, doing the normal routine of makeup that I usually do. Alright, so now I'm going to take my other brush and I'm going to apply the powder to my nose and my T-zone to make sure that it's set and it's not going to get greasy or oily at all. Kind of just tap like the excess back in so I'm not losing out on any product when I go to screw my lid back on. And that completes the foundation part of my makeup look. For my eyebrows, I use an e.l.f. eyebrow pomade. I find that e.l.f. pomades are very good and they glide over your hairs and smooth your hairs and flatten them down a lot easier than a lot of the other eyebrow gels I have used. My favorite though is the Anastasia Dip Brow, and that is because the consistency is similar to this e.l.f. one, and it also holds the hairs down, is smooth, and glides right onto your skin. Alright, so I just went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera because we all know it would have taken like an hour to try and do those on camera, so I went ahead and did them off camera. So that's taken care of. Eventually I probably will do an eyebrow tutorial because yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that would be kind of cool to do an eyebrow tutorial and show you guys how I do my eyebrows. The next step is going to be using a setting powder specifically for your eyelids, which is an amazing product that e.l.f. came out with, because using regular setting powder, I mean, it works, but this powder really allows for no creases in your eyelids, and I live for an amazing product, so I went ahead and ordered it, and I'm beyond satisfied with it. It has helped me do better cut creases and just overall better eyeshadow looks. So again, I will link this product down below for you guys, just in case you wanted to go and check it out. These are all super cost worthy and like inexpensive products that I'm showing you guys, because obviously I understand that not everybody wants to go and spend like $40 on a foundation or something like that, which is totally reasonable, because typically I don't either. When I find a product that works good from a drugstore collection, I typically go with that. And usually after I put powder on and do my eyebrows and stuff, I take my NYX setting spray, or not NYX, NYX. I just say NYX because it's quicker to say that. It's a matte finish one, and it's just a mini one. My sister used to work at Ulta, so I have like a bunch of products that were either free gifts or, as Ulta calls them, gratis gifts. So she was nice enough to give me all of the doubled products that she already had, or just products that she didn't want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray down my face to kind of set my powder, because I will be sitting here for a little bit to finish out this look. I need to get like one of those mini fans, so when I'm done spraying it, I don't have to go like this. I can just take the fan and kind of go from side to side. Jaclyn Hill has one, and I still think to this day that was the best idea ever. And just for like extra secure foundation on my forehead and in my T-zone, I'm just gonna kind of blot the powder onto my forehead and nose while the setting spray is drying, because it will set better to my skin. So there we have it. The foundation and eyebrows are complete. So next is contouring, and I use either, well, I have a lot of e.l.f. products. I just realized that. Either the e.l.f. cream contour palette, sorry, like all of my products are gross, I need to clean them all. I either use this, or I use my Too Faced chocolate bronzer, or just any bronzer. I also have the Becca Cosmetics Chloe and Malika bronzer and highlight. I have the Anastasia Glow, and it is very used, as you can see. I have a stack of Kylie Cosmetics. I also have Morphe. I have a bunch of different products, and eventually I would like to do a giveaway, because not all of these products are used and really haven't been opened other than looking at what the product is. Another one of my favorites, and I'm sad that it's almost gone, is this Tarte one. I literally have just a tiny bit around the rim, but I don't want to throw it out yet. And for highlight, I either use Jeffree Star in the shade Snow Globe. It's one of the Supreme Frost. My sister got this for me, and it's super shiny. I also have this older Kylie Cosmetics one. It's gone, but it still has a tiny bit in the corner, so I keep it for like inner corner because I can still kind of get it out. I also have this True Mama from the Cocoa collection by Kylie. In that stack of bronzers, I also have some highlights in there. These also have highlights in them. I also, my favorite one that I have is this Jaclyn Hill highlight. It's a loose one and it's super gold. That's the one I'm going to be using today. And for my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced chocolate gold. So that's what I'll be using for that. And for brushes, I use the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, and this one is the JH04, and this is a brush for my bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and take my brush and bronze my cheeks. And the purpose for me bronzing my forehead is I feel like at least I have like a kind of big forehead, and using bronzer makes your forehead look smaller and just like less big, I guess. For my nose, I just take this, it's by the brand Beauty Treats. It's just like a brush like this, and I kind of just like go down the center of my nose to create the line for my contour. And I know that people usually don't go all the way down their nose, but the way that I blend it out, I don't have as harsh of a line as you would think that I'll end up with. I use this brush and I just use kind of like downward motions, like towards the way that my nose goes down. And then like a last finishing touch, I just quickly kind of brush this down the side of my nose, and there you have a contoured nose. I'm just going to take this Jaclyn Hill loose highlight, and I'm just going to kind of knock some into the lid, and I'm just going to take my finger, put a tiny bit on it, and I'm just going to kind of, this one is like super like pigmented, so I'm kind of just going to go like up and down my nose like that. As you can see already, super pigmented. So if you were wondering or saw a bad review about Jaclyn's highlights, here you see it. It's very pigmented, and it's very good for like sun, like when you're taking pictures in the sun and you're trying to like catch your highlight. It's one of the better highlights to do for that. And for my highlight brush for my cheeks, I'm just going to take the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. It's the JH09, and I'm just going to apply it lightly to my cheekbones, and I always add it to my cupid's bow as well, just to kind of give it an extra bam, I guess. But as you can see, the highlight is super pigmented. It's definitely worth the money. I've been using it for probably, I think 5 months at this point, and I've barely even gone through any because it really doesn't require a lot of product on the brush in order to get the full effect. And there we have it. The highlight is done. Now I'm going to clean up my bronzer because the contour looks super thick and choppy and I don't like that. And I'm also going to take my powder brush and kind of just blend it out because it's a little dark and it looks more dramatic in my light that my mirror has on it because I have a Hollywood light. I'll show you guys real quick what it looks like. So my stuff's like everywhere. But yeah, that's what it looks like, and it's a really great mirror. I'm not really sure where my mom got it, but I love it. And I think for eyeshadow, I'm going to use this new Morphe 24 Artist Pass palette, and I'm going to just do kind of like a basic look today. Nothing like too dramatic. The nude shade that I want to use is actually in the Jaclyn Hill palette, her original palette. So I'm just going to take the palette and grab that color super quickly and just start patting it in to the outer corner. Now that that is nice and blended out, I am just going to leave it as is. Usually I would put concealer to kind of form not really like a cut crease, but just kind of like a spot for the glitter to go. But with this new Morphe palette, you literally do not need any extra like products or anything. The palette does the job just fine. Next, I'm going to take the new Morphe palette. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to take this shade right here. And I'm just going to use my finger because, in my opinion, that's how I feel it goes on best. So yeah. As you can see, super pigmented and super sparkly. As you can see, it packs on very well. I switch between a flat Morphe brush and my finger because I feel like those are the best ways to apply. So now that, excuse me, so now that the pink glitter is on, I'm gonna apply false lashes. I use, like I showed in my other video, the Slay by Ella Co lashes. I don't know what lashes I'm gonna use yet. Oh my god, my bra keeps hanging out. This bra was not a good choice to wear underneath of this shirt. But I don't know what style I'm gonna do. I will show you guys the glue that I use and the applicator that I use. So I just use this Kiss applicator right here. Just has prongs like this, and I either use this lash grip glue, this duo glue, or I have used glue and it was called Ilor glue, and that was my favorite glue out of all glues I've used. It keeps your eyelashes down, especially in the corner, which is where people usually struggle the most to keep their lashes down. I'm not gonna show you guys how I put them on because it's pretty straightforward and it will just take too long to film this video if I keep showing you guys like every last bit of my makeup. I'll probably do separate tutorials just so you guys can see how I do those products and how I use them. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the lashes on and I will be right back. Alright, so I just went ahead and applied my lashes, and I'm just gonna add some pink eyeshadow along the bottom to kind of just make my eyes pop. And I'm not using like a specific brush or anything, just like a random one that I have. As you can see, that highlight is super pigmented in the corner of my eye, and that is what I'm going to be using for both of my eyes for the look today. So yeah, I'm just gonna set the camera down so I can do my opposite eye. I use like my pinky because I find that that's the easiest finger to apply inner eye highlight. I'm gonna try and get this video posted today, but I don't know if anyone else feels this way. The days are just going by so fast, and I feel like even being home all the time, I still don't have enough time in the day. The bottom mascara, and now the eye look looks like this. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can get a better idea of what it looks like. Alright, so now that that part of my makeup is complete, I will be putting on my lip stuff. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna use today. Either this Kylie Cosmetics one or this nude one, but I also could do like a Kylie pink lip, or I could do a Kylie glitter, or like a pink glitter. I have so many of her lip glosses, it's insane. One of my favorites is this red. It's perfect for like the holidays and stuff because it gives you that like extra pop. And around the holidays, my hair was not this color. My hair was blonde. If you look back to an older video, you will see that my hair did change and was not always this color. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the nude Kylie lip to my lips. Alright, so I just applied the liner, or not the liner, the liquid lipstick, and this is the final look. I will attempt to show you guys a better angle of the makeup. Just gonna try and figure out a way to show it a little bit better. I need to get better at like showing off the makeup and like figuring out poses, but it was just a simple, well, simple for me, makeup look, and I used pink glitter, and this is how it came out. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.